Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and power of positivity is me. But I can't be in the video right now because of the new tripod. Well, it's not new. I bought it a long time ago. Never get a chance to use it. But my friend, I found this beautiful vegetarian restaurant, and I'm outside doing a video. Welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. Let me switch to the camera. Welcome to the Gazillionaires Club, my friend. And turmeric, honey, and ginger. So this video is going to be about random topics, okay? Because yeah. So so let's start out by reconnecting to the previous video, how I said that this place, Chetumal, it's still either it's in its development stage or it's been developed, but there's a or it's been developed, but there's a reason why people close down all of the shops that has or had English name on it. And I was down by the beach earlier, and guess what? Apparently they are building. It's not building. They are doing construction along the beach, and it's very modern, but it has the culture, but the sidewalks and all the palm trees, and have a place where people can relax and chill, and it's very nice. So I'm assuming it's still in its development stage. And the reason why I'm not a lot of like tourist people that are here, simply because there are not a lot of stores. Like I'm talking about like Walmart, Sam's Club, Soriana. I saw McDonald's. I saw one Starbucks, which is in the central. So I'm assuming it's still in its development stage.
Cheers.
And some of the richest boys in the world, it's when you travel, you can see, meaning that outside of North America, you try to go to South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and if you see the same company, such as like Starbucks, McDonald's, or hotels like Hyatt, the Four Seasons. I don't stay a lot of hotels, so I can't think of it right now. But you get the point, right? It meaning that their business or the brand, it's across all over the world, and that's where all the wealthy people are. Like when I travel, even here, like I'm like everything in America, they have it here, okay? Like Sam's Club, Costco. Oh, I don't know about Costco. Walmart, definitely, but these are some of the big boys, and even AutoZone. And it's funny, but what else? So, okay, next topic.
Are you for real?
Elon has about 9 point something shares of Twitter, and it's like, I wonder what's gonna happen. And everything that he touches, from shit to gold. And I think it's gonna be the same way. Now, as far as Dogecoin, like honestly, with him, I don't think money is an issue. So to say that he's shilling for Doge, it doesn't make any sense. And the fact that he's repeating it over and over, like how Doge is going to be used for probably transportation fee to Mars, to the moon. I don't know if he's out of his mind, but I believe in it. Take a hit. I know it sounds so crazy, right? It sounds like insanity, but it's actually creativity. But think about it. All of the things that he did, I mean, there was a lot of work. Okay, the man is true to his word. We might not see it right now, but we will see it later. And with his Twitter account, I don't know him personally, but the fact is, like when you create a personal brand, my friend, and you say something and you do it, that is part of your brand. Now, it doesn't matter how people see it. People might call, like, you can be the best person in the world, and when you make one mistake or when you say something that people don't agree, people be like, oh my God, I don't like you no more. Like, but the thing is, you gotta live, their life to see it. And as far as his personal brand, he is the man of his word. Like, I see it, when you look at the history of people. And, if you compare it to politics, the people that all of these politicians, they tell us what we want to hear. Even the Fed, like, with inflation, like, you see it. You know when people lie, okay? COVID-19! 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 And the fact is that, remember the tax thing, he was selling the Tesla shares and he's trying to pay the taxes. I mean, whatever the reason behind it, at least he did a poll, and the audience, gave him the answer, and he did exactly that. And with Twitter, it's the same way. So, that's where I stand. I don't know what his plans are or what his plan is, but I hope it's for the best, and I think it's for the best. Like with the what you call it, the implants. I don't know what's the purpose behind it, but I do have good feeling about it. Now, am I gonna get one? No, but Neuralink, yeah, that's the one. So, life is interesting because I like regular people think that that society or the world is a stage, right? And everyone is playing a role. Everyone is here on a purpose. And the thing is, if we don't live their lives, we're not going to be able to see it. And most of us, when we see on television, social media, it actually just we think of it as three-dimensional chess, and then the spiritual people are like playing the 5D chess, and then we have the all the geniuses that are playing the 10D chess. And it's I do believe everything is it's for the best. It's for humanity to move forward. And recently, I've been watching a lot of Jordan Peterson interview because the way that he talks, there are a lot of vocabularies. Like, some of them I know, some of them I don't, but I don't incorporate those vocabularies into my daily speaking, simply because I don't interact with those kind of people, like, people that are in the universities and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure that if I interact with those people, I would change my my vocabularies. Now, it's not a good thing or a bad thing, the way that, like, as long as there's meaning behind it and the meaning is the same, because sometimes I do think vocabularies tend to confuse people or trick people. But, but I, I, I watch his interviews so I can learn. I can learn. It's like when I watch somebody closely, I learn everything from them, and then I try to adapt. I try to incorporate, like, take the goods and incorporate it into how I can grow. And recently recently there was an interview with a gentleman, and I think the name of the interview was How Anti-Racism is Hurting Black Americans. And I listened to like half an hour, the first half an hour, and I fell asleep. But I watched the first half an hour and I fell asleep. So I gotta watch the other half when I get back home tonight. I know I'm spitting all over the screen. Gotta catch 'em all. But basically, the first half it talks about like learning language. Like if not a lot of people focus on this topic, but if we want to understand a culture, we can study the language. And what I mean by like in that interview, like you know, like for example, with Russian people, right? They don't have the color blue, either dark blue or light blue, and it's kind of like a baby when you give them two options, throughout their entire life, like they can like black blue, no light blue or dark blue. Then chances are when they see blue, they're gonna distinguish either it's light or dark, but there is never the center. Where is blue, right? And then that tells you a lot. It's kind of like when a baby is born, if we don't feed into the fear, if we don't give them the image of what ghosts, darkness, hell, or heaven, they don't have that concept. But because of cultures, we evolve over time. And every baby in every culture, they grow up, they tend to have a story of heaven and hell, good and bad, and and vocabulary or literature, right? Literature is the same way. It's there's another example. Oh, okay. So ingesting, like I forgot which culture, but ingesting is like eating, right? Like one culture would use eating or ingesting for drinking, for eating, and for smoking. I'm giving you an example. It's part of the interview. I'm just summarizing here. And then some culture, they don't use the term ingesting because it's too vague. Because, it's not just ingesting, but it's like, are you drinking? Are you chewing? Are you smoking? What is it? Ta-da! Have some donut. But all of them mean the same thing. You're putting it into your body, right? You're ingesting it. But some cultures tend to break it down even furthermore. So they tend to be more precise. And the way that the way that how words are being structured, it's also fascinating because some culture, like you can say one thing, and then but another culture you say the same thing but it backwards. You know what I mean? Got rice, bitch. I think you know what I mean. It's very common, and it's sometimes I wonder, like when a culture, it's limited vocabulary, but it's straightforward. Does that mean that they are very straightforward, or the straightforward meaning their personality, or they're just don't bother with the time to be more precise? And then the other thing that I want to mention is the culture that is precise about their vocabularies. Thank you. It. Oh my God, it's not. I got it. Thank you. Gracias. And the cultures that is precise about vocabulary, sometimes, or are they precise about things, or they can be manipulative in a way where, how sometimes when you say one thing that has the same, how when you say two things that has the same meaning, kind of like that. So sometimes I wonder, what you mean? My head hurts. My head hurts. God, stop. But the interesting part is that when you combine literature of another culture to another culture, but you're able to put it together, I think that's fascinating. It's like we should pay attention to language. We should, like, nobody, I can't say nobody, it's just the amount of people that are studying languages. It's very small. And, once we can break it down on a micro level, we can understand the personality of that culture. But, those are just some random topics for today, my friend. I just got my food and, yeah, you can see it. But, so I will see you in the next video. Gracias. I will see you in the next video. That's all the random topics I have for today. That was like 3 topics. And yeah, so much love. I'm gonna enjoy my lunch, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-da!